Christopher has asked us, I believe, for 4 questions. Question 1. I remember Christopher mumbling something about, do you save... I think what he was saying is, do you save change? Not just general, do you save money? That's going to be pretty, isn't it? Pretty orange tree. I'm always looking for trees that I can rip off to make bonsais out of. This one's just a little too tall. Do you save change is what I'm going to go with. Well, yeah. Not on purpose to save it. So I guess no. But it just accumulates and usually gets used for tolls and things like that. If I'm going through a fast food place and I need some odd change, it gets used for that. But it's not saved specifically for a certain purpose. Hey, I think I just found a cache. It's the Holy Scriptures, it's a Bible. With ants crawling on it. I'm afraid to look in there. Now that to me is creepy. That's scarier than any man wielding a chainsaw. A Bible with ants crawling on it, left in the crook of a tree. Who left that there and why? I'm afraid to look in there. Here's a stick. Is something going to spring out at me? I thought at first it was like one of those caches. Oh, okay. Well, that kind of scares me. I just got to chill. I better not be possessed or cursed or something now. Okay. Now that would be a cool beginning to a horror movie. Where would it go from there? Finding the Bible in the crook of a tree at the park with ants crawling all over it. Okay, back to Christopher's tag. So no, I don't save it on purpose with any sort of plan, loose change. It just sort of accumulates, and then when it's needed, it's grabbed. Does that answer your question? Christopher wants to know... Oh, this is going to be a pretty red one. What song would we want played at our funeral? Would we play religious songs, or would we play... Now, my dad always tells the joke that he wants the old jazz tune because he's a jazz musician. I'm glad you're dead, you rascal, you. I don't really have a preference. I was born and raised Catholic. Music has always been big in our family. Look at the size of this monster tree. That's a creepy witch hanging tree. So we've always had religious funerals, in the Catholic Church with religious music. That's what we gave my brother after he died. I'm sure as long as my mom is living, that's probably what we will all have if we predecease her. Because she is the Catholic of the family. So, do I have a certain song that I want played? No, I don't. I know one of the big songs that a lot of the gay guys like to have is Over the Rainbow. I don't know why, but I've heard that quite often. I don't think there's any song... I really haven't thought much about what I want as my funeral. Other than just saying I would like a very simple service. Not a lot of fol-de-rol. Now this is one of the disease-resistant elm trees that the city has planted. I'd like a baby off of that too to bonsai. But I don't know how to propagate seeds yet. They have to germinate a certain time under certain temperatures and all that. Anyway. Okay. So no, I don't really have a plan or a certain song that I want at my funeral. And I don't like to think about it. You know what I would like to, though? as soon as I have enough money to do it. Let's go this way, Busby, so we can show the Halloween decorations. Is to have everything paid for and planned out. If I'm going to be buried, okay, then I want the grave paid for. I want the stone paid for. I want my coffin picked out and paid for. I want all of that done so that nobody has to deal with it after I'm gone. That burden does not fall on anybody else. That I would like to have all planned and settled out. It smells like fireworks or something. Am I smelling brimstone after opening that wretched Bible? I shouldn't call it wretched. It was probably a Bible some religious person left there to evangelize and who knows what. Okay, back to Christopher's tag. I'm trying to remember all the questions, by the way. Jasmine should be proud. Now, there was 2 questions that were the opposite of each other. What was it now? Oh, would you go through your family's... I like these little burning bushes. I would like to have some, and I've never gotten any. Would you go through a loved one's things after they passed away? Would you meticulously read every scrap of paper? Looks like they're doing some work on this little atomic ranch house again. Oh, what was animal control doing out here? Yikes, Busby, we better be careful. Would you go through everything? There was a point, and there's the British lady over there walking her son's Weimaraner. That didn't sound right, did it? There was a point in my life where I probably would have been snoopy enough. Oh, there they are, Busby. A little bink and bonk. Hi! Look at that big spooky hanging from the tree. When I probably would have been snoopy enough to want to... Oh, look how bright red that tree is way at the top. Isn't that pretty? I want to bonsai that one. Oh, they've got another big spooky hanging on the house. The pumpkin head. Oh, look at the skeletons dancing in the yard. When I probably would have been snoopy enough to want to read everything. But now that I'm old enough to treasure my own privacy... Oh, they've got a pumpkin jack-o'-lantern way up in the top window, too. I think I would want to, or at least feel the pang to... Is this a tree? It is a tree. I got roots. Let's go, Busby. And look at this mess. Busby doesn't like these things because they blow around. But over here you got... So there was the Wizard of Oz. And over here you got Peanuts. So I'm going to try and hurry this up because I know this is lasting a long time. I would... This is going to be pretty if I can get it to live. I would... I'm thinking now I don't have a pot to put it in, though. A bonsai pot. I'll have to think about that later. I would not snoop. I would... It depends on what I saw. If I saw handwriting, I might read it. But I might start to read it. If there's a ton of stuff, I probably wouldn't. I just glance, see if it was something important, put it aside. Same with official papers, There's something that needed to be kept for estate purposes or whatever. I'd want to make sure that I had all the important stuff. But as far as being snoopy, I think I would try not to be. Simply because I value my own privacy. Now, for the flip side, yes, I do And I have thought of this question actually. So I kind of concentrated it all into like one CD, and every once in a while I think I should really get rid of that. I never look or listen or have anything, to do with that CD, so I should just get rid of it. But I never do, because a particularly hot friend of mine sent me an X-rated video, and I have always been loath to delete it. Is that terrible? I mean, he's like model handsome. Anyway, so yes. Now, is that all the questions? Let me think. I'm gonna have to go look, and Jasmine will have more than one video to watch. Yay!